You're tuned into Bold Coffee Talk, where conversations are raw, healing is real, and every story reminds us we're not alone. I'm Militia, and together we'll talk about struggle, strength, and the faith that makes us unstoppable. So sisters, let's pour into each other. Well, for starters, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I'm here to share my story and help other women find their way to where I am now. I come from New York. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I am the oldest. A lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure because you have to set the tone for the rest. I take leadership in everything that I do. That's my driving force. My children are my why because they look up to me as their mom. I've never been in a relationship that was domestic, but I got involved with their dad. He was very controlling, and I became isolated from my family. And I had to figure out a way out. So having them as my why was my driving force to be here, to sit here, to explain to other women. My faith is where I am today. I'm grounded because of that. Any decision I make is because of my faith. I don't know how or why, but I am here to show women that you can do it.
So earlier today, you were thinking about a Bible verse. Do you remember what that was?
The Bible verse that I was referring to was Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. It means that you're never alone on the journey. For me, it's pouring into others and letting them know that they're not alone, that it's not the end of the road, but just the beginning of something that can be more prominent or spectacular. I have always been the life of the party. I am very free-spirited. I enjoy people, and people count on me. Pouring into others for me means that I'm here to talk. I'm here to listen. No judgment. Something that I didn't have because I knew that if I told someone, I would be judged. If I told someone, somebody might say or gossip. So instead, I shut myself down. And I don't want anyone to feel left alone, be alone, unheard, unseen. Just because you're in a marriage and it doesn't work doesn't necessarily mean that you failed at it. It just means that you've grown apart, you've taken a new direction. So with me creating this or even writing the book is to let women know that they're not alone. You only have one life to live, so why not live it to the best of your ability? I call myself a travel explorer. I do love to see different countries, visit them, enjoy it. On my top list, I would say Thailand. It was very spiritual. Paris, something I've always dreamed about. And I was mentioning to a friend how I was watching a show and it was based in Paris. And to be able to say that I was there in Paris, not only once, but 4 times, was pretty amazing, Something that I could only dream about. Switzerland was very cold, but the greenery, the whole scenery was just amazing. And my number 1 choice was Dubai. Dubai was my everything. Dubai was someplace where I said, if the world comes to shit and falls down, I'm moving there. Writing my thoughts, putting my feelings pen to paper, and just creating a book, something I never thought I could do. It's to him, like, God, this is what you put me through, My journal, it was a vital part of my journey to healing because I didn't have anyone to talk to. Writing it down, my hands being sore, calluses on my hands from tired of writing but trying to get every emotion out onto paper. So there was a piece that I wrote to him Years have passed since the days when our lives were intertwined and the wounds you left have slowly turned into scars. For a long time, I carried anger and resentment toward you. Anger for the pain you caused me and our children, and resentment for the years I spent trying to rebuild the pieces of my life that were shattered in your storm. But as time has gone on, I've come to understanding that healing isn't just about letting go of the pain. It's about finding peace within myself. And a part of that peace has come from forgiving you. Looking back, I now see that you were deeply unhappy and a troubled man. Your anger, your control, and your cruelty were reflections of your own internal battles. Battles I could never fully comprehend at the time. You were trapped in a cycle of depression and self-destruction. And while that doesn't excuse the harm you caused, it helps me understand where it all came from. Forgiving you wasn't easy. It took years of reflections, tears, and growth to reach this point. At first, I thought forgiveness meant condoning what you did or pretending it didn't matter. But I've learned that forgiveness is something I do for myself, not for you. By forgiving you, I've released the hold you had on my life. I've taken back my power, my joy, and my sense of self. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. I will never forget the pain or the lessons I learned. But it doesn't mean that I've chosen not to let the pain define me anymore. To you, I want to say this. I hope you found your peace. I hope you've confronted your demons and found a way to heal. I hope you realize the impact of your actions and have worked to become a better person. I don't hate you anymore. In fact, I've come to feel a sense of gratitude. Not for the pain that you've caused, but for the strength I've discovered because of it. You forced me to dig deep, to find resilience I didn't know I had, and to become the woman I am today. I've come to realize that your actions weren't about me or the children. They were about your own pain, your own inability to cope with the world around you. I used to think that if I had been stronger, quieter, and more perfect, maybe things would have been different. But I now know that nothing I could have done would have saved you from yourself.